Welcome back, Hordlings, to more Gamedec, my bad. Holy fuck. Alright, so what were we doing? I think we were flying this drone thingy around, investigating some kind of murder. Yes. In the last scene we basically found out how Ken died. However, that last scene took place several months ago. It has been about 18 months or so welcome back. If you need to go back and rewatch the first video or the previous video, I'd suggest doing so if you were keeping up with this. If you haven't seen any of Gamedec, it's an interesting game. Kind of a mix of point-and-click adventure with some very modern day graphics. And you are a hacker, detective, and we're trying to figure out what happened to Ken here. One thing we have to do is be able to examine Ken's body, and we cannot do that with Venon Vera next to it. Come over here and check out the graffiti. We can issue some commands. And we get those particular codes there. Now, as I'm a bit lost myself, I had to come back and play around a little bit with where we had left off. But we do want to hack this MCC device. And we have to find the right name, which is going to be this 5620L1NG. You entered the name and got the metabox frequency. To reset it, I had to overload its systems. And we're going to need adequate resources. First thing we're going to want to do is use the city network resources, filter by location, and use location 47. And then we are going to hack into these two SAD locations here, these SAD locations. I'm going to start with 238. And we're going to do the same thing. Filter by location, number 47. And this time we're going to do 239. It worked. I had access to the beacon. I'm going to fire a test shot here. I thought the shot would be louder. The outrager started moving toward the beacon. And with them out of the way, we can take a look at Ken's body. A dead body is a terrible sight. It's a memory of someone who once lived. No shit. A hideous, untrue, fake memory. The guy's face, as if carved from plastic, was pressed against the wet pavement like a strange, silent object. The gaze of his open eyes was angled unnaturally. Nobody's face should lie on the ground like that. The face of a corpse, maybe. Because that's no longer a person. Ken. Alright, let's perform a visual inspection. We will search. We rummage through his pockets. He had no personal items on him, not even a walktail. Inspect the head. The sideways facing eyes had lost any expression or gleam. They resembled those of a poorly designed InPEC. The face pulled taut by the sidewalk looked to be smiling crudely. We'll check what's in his mouth. I had an inexplicable hunch, parted his lips and put two fingers in his mouth. A stiff tongue, dry saliva. I shuddered. There was nothing else. I looked at his chesticle. I didn't learn any more than I already knew. I grabbed Ken by the shoulders and started to gently turn him over. He was heavy and oddly resistant. One of the holographic wings disappeared into the pavement. His head bobbed and was about to collide with the pavement. I noticed something flashing immediately behind it. It lasted a fraction of a second. A semi-transparent sign popped up right above Ken's head from the pavement. Zhao Arrow Darkness, level 14, HP 0. The mirage vanished. His arms and legs were splayed awkwardly. It was like he had been doing some weird mid-air stunts before hitting the ground. He rolled up his sleeve. It looked like he had been struck by lightning, but the marks were off. I rubbed my eyes and took another look at Ken's arm. Nothing. I was confused. His calf was clean, no bruising. I checked the other leg, and it was the same. Ken's pant leg slowly slid back down, covering up the cold, exposed body. We don't have a scalpel. We can inspect his back, and there's a bloody hole in his coat. And his back, too, it seemed. Getting all kinds of clues. Looking for an exit wound. Modern firearms produced enough kinetic force to easily blast straight through a person. I reached out to touch Ken's chest area. I retracted my hand, freshly smeared with blood, and wiped it off on the guy's coat. He was my friend, so he wouldn't have minded. We looked for a bullet. I slid my hand under Ken's chesticle again. I felt the cracks in the pavement under the exit wound. I pulled out a metal object. I tore it from the pavement and took a closer look. It was a bullet. Small caliber and antique. Titanium core. Probably fired from an age-rusty Rex-type rifle. There were lots of them in Low City. Beneath the body, not much blood, just a few stains that looked like splatter. Suspiciously little, considering it went straight through him. That's about all we're gonna get from Ken's death.
Calm down. I need to scan the body.
Doctor does not have any options for us.
What is it this time?
I think we're just gonna have to make our own assumptions here. Not much blood, gunshot wound. Alright, so it's been a long fucking time since we've started this. So let's just wing it, shall we? The hypothesis is definitely valid. How did Ken die? Who the fuck knows? Trying to go back here. Accident hypothesis. The MCC beacon hypothesis. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it shot him. A sad story starring a faulty MCC beacon and a boy that shouldn't have played with it. The gunshot wound seemed I mean, he's got some kind of gunshot wound, but there wasn't a lot of blood. So maybe it was after his death? What conclusions can we draw? Regardless of whether the MCC beacon played a role in the accident, the cause of Ken's death was the fall and the collision with the walkway. The MCC beacon mistook Ken for a bat, all because of these membranous wings generated by the Iljin. Go ahead and call me a crazy naive idiot, but it's the only solution that isn't self-contradictory. The only issue is that it's ridiculous. Somebody shot Ken and the MCC beacon was only a smokescreen? Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. The man had a keen look and a mysterious smile. He came over to me and his smile widened. Oh, here you are. Been looking all over for you. Sorry it took so long. His name's Hiru Hamalau. Doesn't look like a Hiru Hamalau. Looks like a Frank. Excuse me, where are my manners? Senior Specialist Hiru Hamalu. I'm the insurer of the deceased. A fenced-off crime scene is a small area. Where were you that you couldn't find me? Did you know that if we look at our body's molecules, questions like where or when begin to lose their meaning? Interesting, isn't it? Either way, I'm sure you've already found your answers. They may be incomplete, but we should probably check Ken's psycho scan, don't you think? It so happens I have it right here. It was the first thing I did when I got here. I want to give it to you. Let's call it a reward. Let's just sign the so-called paperwork and go home, okay? Sure, why not? I nodded and Hamalau displayed a window with documents in front of me. I stamped my end. Fantastic, here's your scan. There you go. You can go home now. Same way you got here. Working with you was a true pleasure. You don't meet the requirements for any of these bad boys yet? I sure could use another profession. So far, I'm a infotainer, sensory celebrity, mindfluencer, gangway hound, cheater, sleeves, glazier. You're already here. Brilliant. Did you find what you're looking for? Perfect, perfect. Now be on your way. You seem nervous. Why are you so jumpy? I'm not jumpy. I just want to fly home. As do you, isn't that right? Go on, quickly now. I wondered what his deal was. So what? Are you leaving? We're still talking, though I'm being rushed. She looked straight ahead, through Hamalau, and sent me a glance that showed disgust and concern. People do say the Gamedecs have many work-related disorders, but hey, no judgment. We also struggle. I opened my mouth to speak, but something suddenly tugged at my arm. My legs buckled, the world spun, and I felt a rush of heat in my shoulder. From this asshole shooting me in the back. Hey, can you hear me? Are you okay? My shoulder was numb and swollen. Someone had applied gel dressing to the spot where my sleeve was ripped. I'm gonna search the bar for the shooter. Just be careful. It may look like a scratch, but the shockwave of a subsonic bullet is no joke. Your deltoid muscle is really swollen. Subsonic? Did you hear a bang? Neither did I. Heavy doors and a hologram imitating an old burnt-out neon sign. I wondered if the eye was broken on purpose. A Gamedec walks into a bar. You need to pay to go inside. A price typical for mid-cities clubs flashed on his glasses. I'm a gangway hound. I don't gotta pay. You don't even look like a bouncer, buddy. You think you're the first hustler I ever met? Some people looked at me approvingly. Most people fall for it. Can't blame a man for trying, right? By the way, that's a cool rip you have on your shoulder. I'm in a hurry and I need help. Someone just ran in here wearing a jacket with a red hoodie. Where'd they go? What'd they look like? Ran in, you say? I didn't see anyone. Ken Zhao died on the walkway in front of the bar. Ken Zhao? No way. And he's dead? You're kidding, right? That guy's amazing. They were gonna add hot polo pics to him to cereal packs. Damn it. Cereal, you must be a big fan if you know stuff like that. He was the man. He used to say that we have to break other people's rules and stick to our own. Now that's my life's fucking motto. Your hero cut himself off from the sleeves as soon as he became famous. He only came back when he found himself out of luck. But he did get to the top. One of our own. So believe me when I tell you, friend, that all sleeves loved him. All of them. Yeah, especially Ramona. Loved him loud and clear. I'm sure he felt very precious when she came down on him yesterday. Good one. The man froze as his glasses flashed with light. Oh, fuck, it's on the news. He's dead. The fucking toads say we can't leave the bar now. God damn it. The man looked at me impatiently. What are you still standing here for? I told you I didn't see anyone come in. I saw someone enter right before I did. You guard the door and collect entry fees. You must have seen... That somebody didn't just enter. They stormed in. Shut your mouth. We didn't see anyone. You're not one of us, get it? No one's going to tell you anything. Everybody can see everything around here. If you drink, get high, and talk like us, we'll know. If you treat us like shit or it turns out you're a fucking virtuala loving troll from Tick, we'll know that too. Alright, we got a troll or a sleeve meter that popped up here. Okay, let's see. Being a troll sounds kind of fun. Bugger off! Well, it's a chick. That was rude to Daphne. Please excuse her. Bugger off, please. Do you know Ken Zhao? Have you seen him? Not only does he bother us, but he's also friends with that asshole who follows us in Virtualia. I can't stress it enough. Bugger off. Ken wasn't a stranger to them. Such an animated response probably meant he made himself known here. Time to use our Mindfluencer ability. Somebody died on the pavement right outside. I'm leading an official investigation. Right, the toad did announce leaving the bar was prohibited for the time being. We had nothing to do with this. All we're interested in are the Virtualia. That goes for all of us, the whole King Tick's crew. We saw and heard nothing. We don't give a shit about Relium. I decided to leave. They did ask nicely after all. I will say I wish they would make more point-and-click adventure-type games with these graphics because they're fucking fresh. Look at this DJ. It's like Dr. fucking Octopus over here. We got Slick. We got some more trolls. We got some people dancing. We got the DJ. We got Starlet. We got the bar. Proximity apps were a common thing in bars once. They were meant to show what the bar offered. Most bars stopped using such apps because speaking with the bartender was assumed an essential part of the experience. In here, it still worked. Want a drink but don't feel like speaking to the bartender? Nobody should have to speak to that guy. Click here. A mechanical arm will soon deliver a beverage of your choice. Ooh, beers, stouts, porters, lagers, IPAs, and APAs. That's an asshole pale ale. Whiskey, malt grains, pot stills, bourbons, and rye. Vodka, Polish, and Russian. Let's order a whiskey. I clicked whiskey. The screen was so slimy my finger might have slipped. I'm not sure which option I actually chose. People at the bar nodded approvingly. Their faces were solemn. Their sleeves bore signs of numerous repairs. So if you order a whiskey from the bar, you get the Gentleman's Classic achievement. Nothing quite like a good whiskey. He came to me and extended a glass in one jerky movement. What the fuck? The second army aimed badly and spilled the alcohol over my trousers. Some of it even got into the glass. Not much, though. Robot Rick, fired! At your service, shithead. This guy's not a fucking fan, apparently. It's time to return to my investigation smelling like shit. Ken in front of his team, looking into the distance with a twinkle in his eye. He never made such faces. Must have been a holo montage. A broken frame revealed the inside of the poster. I knew that system. They stopped using it because any teenager can modify it. There's nothing lamer than a pro gamer, I added, remembering how a broken career affected Ken. At least it could discourage someone. I heard some people giggling and turned around. Amused trolls sitting in one corner of the room were commenting on my modification. A harvest time ad. Experience the Wild West with its wildlife, plants, and air. Return to nature, scavenge, shoot, and farm. It's free. I wasn't sure what to write, but after a while I settled on a second job that will earn you no money. Look good. The troll that was passing by nudged my shoulder and winked. We're basically trolling the posters. This poster showed the newest brain fix model, upload a Plex and experience an upgraded reality. The ad was on point. A man standing next to me saw what I was about to do and grinned. Just don't overdo it. Plexes make sleeves fall for the dumbest tricks. On the other hand, they upload so often that making sense of the simplest sentences beyond their, intellectualistic abilities. I nodded in reply and modified the message. Now you can get any Plex for just 10 IQ. The man grinned, exposing glowing blue teeth, and went back to his group. This poster showed paid observation terraces in the upper layers of the polis. It encouraged viewers to go there and get some sun. It wasn't bad advice. Down in Low City it was always dark, which messed up people's internal clocks. Vitamin D for a price of a hot dog. I digitally added some horns, mustaches, and tails to the happy people in the holopic. A troll seated nearby grinned, exposing his teeth. Not bad though, Dix would make it even better. was wild.
Your arm, but obviously not used to taking orders. Detective?
You behave like someone not used to taking orders, well-equipped, wounded, and someone's dead outside. You a detective? She looked like a troll, but had a kind smile and a soft voice. She exuded an aura of honesty. A Gamedec. Are you what ticks people? Sometimes. Mostly I'm the HR lady. The warm image of a corporate AI. People don't like to think a program dictates their careers. Now, why don't you do me a favor and spike my employee's drink? Amphetamines would be best, but any drug will do. It's that gloomy guy at the bar, Martin Aiden. Her warm, practiced smile never left her face. Sounds good. We could all use some amphetamines. She smiled, flashing her smooth white teeth. Finally, someone responds to my orders properly. See? At work, I'm an Annie. I listen to complaints, but the AI makes the decisions because it sees more and analyzes more quickly, though without understanding. So I utilize my people skills after hours. It's like a hobby to broaden my horizons. I experiment, observe. And you believe this would help him? No idea. Like I said, I'm expanding my horizons. He's been like this since BWI's system recommended total sobriety. Goddamn here and now. No brain fix, no entertainment, virtualia, so he just sits there. You can't even talk to him. Where do I get the speed? If you want me to spike his drink, give me the means to do so. Oh no, your profession requires you be independent and improvise. Get it yourself. In this locale, it should be easy. Although, you could also play him some music from his childhood. It'll remind him of his youth, and I'll dig around in his problems. It's very concerning, but I'm here for a different reason. I'm looking for someone who ran into the bar a moment ago. You think I'll just tell you because I'm kind and helpful? How cute. Typically, I get paid to talk to people. The AI must have had a good reason to recommend sobriety and really him to your subordinate, don't you think? Yep, he's supposedly addicted to plexus and virtualia. It's the kind of disorder we're about to start normalizing, like we did with obesity. I don't know if it's true, what the machine said. I think jumping into imaginary is sometimes therapeutic, and here and now is so overrated. Anyway, now I've got a chance to see how a depressed person reacts to stimulants. I didn't feel like talking to her. That's our target there. I heard what you were asking about, but I don't know anything. I'm sorry. Okay. Who's got drugs? The guy's name is Glue. He's got to have drugs. People tripped over his legs, but reality in general didn't seem to bother him. You see a person with a red hood running into the bar? Will? Do you know Ken Zhao? Will? Alright, this guy's fucking stupid. It's Rick the Robot.
What are you staring at? Never seen a woman with wrinkles?
The creases on her face indicated the mocking smile she bestowed upon me was her normal grimace. I'm from the Low City. I've seen it all, even warts. And I'm not talking about on your face. But yeah, seeing a youngish woman not hide her wrinkles is surprising. Sometimes I approach girls and imply we're the same age. The looks on their faces, priceless. Let's get to it. What do you want and how much? I'm looking for someone in a red hood who ran inside the bar a while ago. Maybe ask someone by the entrance, unless she got in through the toilets. And they say I'm a troll. Let's get to the point. While you're here, you should buy something. I can get you in any state of consciousness. Let me guess, forgetfulness and trust. Most of all, I need information. What, are you afraid of drugs? I like all kinds of fun, drugs included. Don't mind if I do. I don't usually refuse a good time.
Most leaves share your opinion. Can't blame them. If I was stuck in Relium all the time at the bottom of the polis, I'd go crazy. Anyways, the locals don't talk about drugs that way. And they don't ask for info. You're Aspie, right?
I'm a Gamedec.
Gamedec's very convenient cover-up. Lets you ask questions without raising suspicion. I was joking about selling. I only possess drugs for personal use. Here, a token of our friendship, a stimulant that should help you in your investigation. It also stabilizes your mood and gives a bit of cheerful motivation. Have a nice day, officer.
She forced a pill into my hand and turned to another client.
Leave me alone.
He looked at me warily.
Speak if you want, but don't expect answers.
I waited for my chance, and when some guy accidentally pushed him while sitting down, I put the sample from the dealer in his drink. A man with reinforced sleeves noticed me doing it and frowned. I needed to go tell Miss Carantine. I did what she asked.
Tell me everything. It'll
I gave
make you
this-
feel better.
I gave the stimulants to one of your employees.
You done well, thank you. What do you want to know?
Who the fuck ran into this bar?
I was focused on analyzing Martin's behavior, but let me think. I heard the door shut. Someone threatened to beat the shit out of the person running in for pushing through. The sleeves need stress management classes. But your target is male. Things haven't changed in Low City over the years. People don't start fighting with women here.
Did you know Ken Zhao?
Determined, volatile, and terrible planning skills. He'd make a great nurse or kindergarten teacher after training. He's the reason why Tick and I are here and not in Virtualia. Did you see most of the trolls sitting in Relium? He'd been over it lately, and now it's unfortunate. Although the problem is gone, I don't know if Tick will get his entourage back.
How did Tick react to Ken?
He was mad, of course, but truthfully, he was elated to have someone pay so much attention to him. Didn't you notice what a narcissist he is? I think Tick is lonely. He thought he and Ken had a bond of some sort. Once Ezra started hanging with the old man, Herman got jealous. I'd send Tick to therapy, but he'd have to go through detox first, flush all the plexus, breathe some fresh air.
There was nothing more I needed from her. Get back to your couch.
Is there a problem? There is. The downstairs of the bar belongs to us.
Knock that fucker down! Finish that loser!
You're starting like plainly. Have you seen the news? Do you know how it ended up? You fucker!
This is a terrible fight. These guys must be blitzed. I can't do shit right now. I pushed myself between the fighters. Calm down, motherfuckers.
What is it, you virtual louse? Can't handle me on your own? You found yourself a bodyguard?
I could fuck you up so bad you wouldn't be able to stand up, bitch. And this one came to protect the weak. That means you, bastard. I'm not his bodyguard. I don't want to get anyone to get hurt. That includes you.
So to protect me, you're siding with him. Typical troll bullshit. You won't fool me.
There's a unit of outrangers in front of the bar. If I call them, they'll be here in a matter of seconds. Suddenly, I felt many eyes on me. People weren't happy. Quit making a mess! Go back to tanking and trolling, understood? Persona non grata. You know what that means? That means you're not welcome here. In other words, do what you must and kindly fuck off. Looked like they were waiting for someone to turn around so they could stick a kick me sign on their back.
We're busy with this chap at the moment. Wait your turn, Chief.
Beat it, troll.
A money transfer window flickered over the table. Slick parted his lips in a smile, collected the cards, and ordered them to shuffle. He looked at me. Get lost, troll. Don't insult us, Slick. We don't know that guy. The player looked me up and down. He's dressed like a musker and has time to bug me at work. The clothes don't match you guys, but the attitude does. Friend, you don't want me to treat you like a troll. Prove you're not one and get rid of these bums. I have a proposal. I'll replace the gentleman in the colorful glasses and play you. He looked at me from behind the lenses. No kidding around, though. It's a cash game. And I won in 3 rounds. I faked being surprised the first time, then again. And only played with a poker face by the 3rd round. Judging by the sleeves' faces, I had impressed them. You gonna answer my questions, or should I explain your strategy to the other players? He raised his pale face and was silent for a moment. Ask. Someone shot at me in the street, then ran inside the bar. They wore a jacket with a red hood. You see him?
She just bumped into me on her way in. Cam Grosny. It's funny. I think a piece of the MCC beacon fell from under her coat.
Cam wasn't. Where can I find her?
She ran to the toilet. She's probably hiding from you or yet. She got under his skin. She sells drugs and then harms his business.
I don't know what's going on. Oh shit.
I had your conversation. You're looking for answers? Let me introduce myself. My name is Nahum.
Oh, you're the dude at the bar that wouldn't talk to me.
You want to know the truth?
About what happened, sure.
Only about that. If you pick the fragments that suit you, you won't find the whole truth. You need to open yourself to the whole of it.
All right. Then what is that truth that I need to open myself to?
It is hidden through visible to those who can see. What's important is the path, the attention to hear and now to recognize the signs and ciphers of existence.
The truth is hidden, but you're the one that sees.
Not yet. What matters is that we're all equal in getting to the truth. Have you never seen things that are hard to explain? People who possess knowledge that don't have the right to possess. Errors not predicted by a system. Our leader says that everyone comes across signs. You just need to be able to notice them.
Everything can be explained. Sometimes you just don't know enough to do it.
Which is exactly why we share information about SIGs and look for the answers. Side by side, we walk towards the truth. You came here seeking knowledge. You pay attention to details. We do the same. Join us and let us help you.
Sure. You convinced me. I want to join.
A wise decision. You won't regret it. Now give me access to your walktel, and we'll discuss the signs you noticed at the joint meeting.
You want access to all my data, the whole feed? Visual and sound?
This way we'll be able to find the signs you missed. The most effective way of learning is that based on our own experiences.
I gave him my access to the data stream. It was risky, but I had a chance to quickly find out what the deal was.
You'll not regret it. If ciphers of existence appear in your surroundings, we'll discuss them so you can follow them consciously. Wait for a message from one of us. It will come soon.
Now that I'm a member of the clan, tell me you ran into the bar.
I don't know who it was, but I know where to find them. Someone was in a hurry. They ran upstairs. The couch is off. Some people on the stairs got upset. I think they were pushed away. You see the advantages of belonging to the clan now? You can always count on your brothers and sisters.
Right now I want to figure out what's been going on with King Zhao lately. Can you tell me anything about that?
He's very stubborn about getting to the truth. I heard he got very far.
Meaning where?
This information is available to the clan members. Join us and accept the truth.
It will show you Ken's path. It seemed like that moment I turned around, he started looking for more recruits. Well, we can get the scalpel. We could have fucked around with the Metabot if we had this earlier. Re-educator. I think we should hang on to our skills for now until we know we need them. Alright, well, we know we need to get upstairs. Only the people that paid for Virtuality were allowed upstairs by the bar system. Nothing's free in Low City. Probably had to pay the bartender. We have couches, lockers for clothes, suits, helmets, infusion fluids, and game pills. Please use the toilets to change. A list of available models for their pricing followed. All risky, but conveniently cheap. I tried to buy access upstairs. The system blocked my attempt. Option available for approved users only. What the fuck was that supposed to mean?
We don't sell information here. I could get you a drink.
I saw what you did to the posters. I should tell Rick you've been shitting all over the toilets. He'd murder you. He's obsessed with cleanliness. Sorry, that was more business than personal. You're lucky things. This can be reprogrammed. Troll like that one more time and you can start looking for a new club. When he glanced at me, his digital lenses flickered and settled on the blue color. Whiskey? Didn't know my favorite type of poison. Do I have it written across my forehead? Bartender's intuition. What'll it be, for real this time? I'm here for information. I don't deal in information. I have something to quench your thirst, game pills, and the couches upstairs. I need to get upstairs. That's a very special area. People are in game, their bodies on couches, unsupervised. Their belongings are by the couches too. I'm not gonna bother anyone. I'm a Gamedec. I'm conducting an investigation. I have to get in there. I want to talk with someone. A Gamedec, huh? Okay, I'll let you up there if you do me a small favor. And prove to the patrons you're trustworthy. Get rid of Cam Gronzi. Don't hurt her, just remove her from the premises. I'll do it. She usually hangs around the toilets, a fitting place for a scumbag. Yeah, I just got some drugs off of her.
Make it worth my time.
Old Yet doesn't want you in his bar. I'll show you to the door. Is this a joke? He and I have a deal. He gives us anonymous couches and I get the sleeves, what Yet legally can't. I didn't say a word when he installed the brain fixes years ago and he wants to kick me out. Fine, if it's all he wants, he'll fucking get it. I don't know what he's promised you, but I'll match his offer if you destroy the brain fix. And you can get me upstairs? I've done business with Yet long enough to install workarounds in his systems. Destroy the brain fix and I'll get you into hell if you want. I like destroying shit. That sounds fun. I needed to think about it. Go check out this brain fix. Euphoria, excitement, ecstasy, visions. Select your neuro drink based on your preference and mood. Plexes are safe and leave no hangover. The fine print warned that Plexes offered were safe as long as the machine underwent regular maintenance. This box looked to have been battered and hacked multiple times and certainly not serviced, although I could have been wrong. To quote a classic, try it and you'll know. A message appeared. The Euphoria number 5, Dance Dance and Romance, and Just Happiness number 7 plexes are unavailable. Select Feel Good. Yeah.
Whoa.
I clicked OK and saw another message. Hold your head still for 3 seconds. It felt like I just lost a few pounds, like I was floating above ground. I knew everything would be fine. I saw all the problems from afar. They became small, unimportant. I smiled.
You're still here. Why?
You should make up with Yet. You guys like each other, very much so.
You used the brain fix, didn't ya? Which plex? I bet you chose Feel Good. The others typically don't even work.
And I'm still right.
I also thought we were buddies. I like him, but he sets up this box here. He stops talking to me as much. Now he sets you.
We have to do something about this. It's got to be a misunderstanding.
Cut the crap. That's not how life works.
You said you had a deal with Yet. What was...
Sleeves don't use Virtualium. Not here, at least. It's dumb, because in Relium, they can't stand being sober. That's why I was here. Yet was happy, too, since his customers were happy. It was a sensible business relationship. But the brain fix is legal, so I suppose I stopped being useful to him. I didn't think money was more important to him than people. Shit's dangerous and addictive. These plexes make people dumb. If you destroy it, you just won't be doing me a favor, but all sleeves too.
It's safe. I just used it. It's a legal device. Most clubs have one. The technology behind it has been tested, unlike whatever you're peddling.
Safe changes the brain's biochemistry just as much as drugs. Temporarily, they say, but that doesn't make sense. There are no alarm clocks in your brain that magically turn off Plex's program when the time runs out. The brain fix is advertised as a candy vending machine, and that's the way people use it, recklessly and excessively. Don't believe me? Find your own proof. Convince someone to try it, or use it yourself. You'll get the first-hand experience.
Jesus. Won't this bitch just leave?
You again.
I talked with this Cam Gronzi. I think you two should make up. It'd be the better that way. I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding. Cam really likes you. I saw it in her eyes. I know you like her too.
That changes nothing. The police will come and start sniffing around. They'll take her in and start bothering me.
Now let's show him some empathy. Yeah, I get that. It'd be bad for business. Maybe they'd even put you in the slammer. But you could just talk it out. She'd understand.
I don't know what you're on, but
This Plex had worked miracles. Write to Cam that you like her. She'll say it right back. Then I can get back to work. Peace and fucking love.
he blinked, then almost as if hypnotized, he took out his walk-tel and started typing. He smiled when a reply came through. And you, game hoarder, what's so funny? You better tell me what you're looking for upstairs. I'll log them out for you. Then you can go up.
I'm not quite sure yet.
I'm not gonna log everyone out just because you can't decide. Come back once you know.
You again.
I guess I need to make some deductions. Ken made trolling difficult for Tick, and trolling was this lunatic's whole life. Yeah, we're pretty sure it was Tick. Maybe Ken was taking revenge on the trolls. Vox Populi, fame is no longer a tool that serves you. It is you who serves others. You know best which arguments will convince people, especially if it concerns protecting the weak. Your knowledge of the law and the human psyche makes you capable of changing people's minds. That one's been usable a couple times this chapter. I already joined the fucking clan.
You're asking a lot of questions.
I need to talk to Tick. Fine. People do various things up there, not only play. They're often distracted. You know how gamers are. I heard him tapping under the bar. So I'll cut off his access to the bar systems one by one. He won't have a clue. That'll let you talk to him freely. When I entered the range of the gate's sensors, the bar system recognized me as a couch user. I could go upstairs. Whoa! Smoke and the stench of burned flesh lingered above the two couches. Giggling, he watched with satisfaction as the shower of sparks faded. He moved his hand as if he were using a private window. The man I was dealing with clearly unstable. It seemed wise to keep him from getting frustrated. I needed to keep his attention until the outranger's
Bow
arrival.
to the king! Bow, and I may grant you a front row seat to the show!
This guy's a fucking loony poon. You just tried to shoot me. I'm not bowing unless it's to put you in handcuffs.
Excuse me! People beg for the chance to join me, you know. But you, snooping around Ken's case, accusing me, bow to the king, shitbag!
You can kiss my ass. In games, you get away with anything. But we're in Relium. You're not walking out of here on your own. He looked at me angrily.
I am the king!
He sounded way less certain than before, as if he were desperately trying to convince himself. He made a rapid gesture and tapped an invisible icon. I was preparing for the worst. Tick froze, waiting for something to happen. But nothing did.
Somebody locked me out of the system, goddammit! Never mind, I'll reconnect in a second. No one can stop the king! Congratulations, maggot, you got my attention. What's so important that you dare to ruin my royal magnum opus?
Ken Zhao, I want to know what happened to him before he died.
You trying to say that Ken is more interesting than me? He was acting dumber than a pizza delivery bot. You should admire me. Everyone should admire me.
He made a nervous gesture and issued a command in an invisible window. I could smell the nauseating stench of overheated bodies as the system started causing subsequent couches to overload. Tick was smiling triumphantly.
I love the smell of burning flesh in the morning. Nobody can ignore the king or give him orders. I'm always doing something cool. You're saying that Ken is losing interest in me? Oh, well, that's his loss. The trolls don't want to play with me. They can see how couches burn then.
You're killing people.
It's not my fault they don't have any safeguards. These helmets constantly cause discharges. Suits get overheated and tear their muscles. It looks fucking awesome, doesn't it?
It's phenomenal. You're right. It's all very spectacular. Everyone admires you now. You got what you wanted. You don't need to kill anyone else.
I don't need to do anything, but I'm the king because I always go through with my ideas. even the most daring ones. I'm glad that you appreciate how epic this all is. It doesn't make sense.
He waved and tapped something in an invisible window. Two people started contorting and convulsing. Their helmets must have been hacked.
The king does what he wants. Don't fucking forget that. I don't think you understand me.
I do. The real reason you're doing this is that you're a little bitch. You're angry at Ken. He used to follow you around all the time, but then he lost interest in you.
I was hoping he'd come back.
He moved his hand, ready to issue another command to his malicious software, but he focused on me instead.
I knew he'd come back. I fascinated him. He actually tried to troll the king of trolls. Can you believe that? He was copying me. I tried to sneak up on him yesterday, but he immediately saw me. That's how sensitive he was to my presence, and he still called me the king. Though he really wasn't making any sense. You say that you knew him. Do you even know what he was doing?
Let's see. Do I gotta... He was following you and trolling your group.
He was, but only at first. Your intel must be a bit outdated. Never mind. None of it makes sense.
As he talked to me, he kept one hand raised, ready to issue a command in an invisible window.
Why do you have to die? I don't get it. It's so stupid.
What do you mean you don't get it? You're the one who killed him.
That's bullshit. He was already dead when I arrived. I shot a corpse. It made no difference. The little man said it had to be done.
The little man?
A funny little person in a red hat dressed like a clown. I trusted him. I don't know why. I don't know, really. Everyone's going to think Hey, you're here too, even though I grazed your shoulder. It was supposed to scare you off, like hell it did.
He saw something displayed by his lenses and shuddered.
He's sensing me again. I'll answer once I know how to troll him for that lie.
His gestures intensified. At least he stopped paying attention to the invisible window.
Do you even know how Ken died?
You shot him down.
Wrong, moron. I fired at him, but I didn't shoot him down. But you can't die from getting shot in a game. All games have safeguards. How is it possible that he died there?
He glanced at the couches and hesitated. Then he looked back at me. His eyes suddenly bulged.
He's here! But I didn't answer the call. Can you see him?
I looked around, but I didn't see anyone. Who's here? Do you see someone in AR?
He took a step back and drew a plasma gun from a hidden pocket. It's that asshole that tricked me. He's the reason Ken is dead. Don't come closer. Don't!
Tick started whispering, but I couldn't hear what he was saying. Who do you see? What's their name?
That little dude. That guy from the net who told me to follow Ken. He's a liar. I knew he was trying to get me.
Tell me everything you know about him. It's important.
I'm not giving up. You hear me, prick? The king never gives up.
He put the gun to his head and fired before I could stop him. Not that I would stop him anyways. Damn, what a fucking mess. At least they won't blame it on us. You did everything you could, Gamedec. Go home. We'll take care of the rest. Dude blew his brains out. A custom-built couch made by Surfer Industries. It massages the player to keep their body and Nutrifluid warm. At least it should. Don't use it unless you must. Whoa. Before I got close to the bed, I could already smell its user. He must have been one of the guys who didn't use game pills before going online. Instead, he used a stopper that solved the problem of physiological needs. It became clear why they had installed ventilators in there. They just weren't quite as effective as they should have been. I checked the last user of that couch, Black Rook. He was playing fucking that shitty Harvest Time game. Only for a half an hour. He picked the wrong time. He was a middle-aged man wearing patched-up clothes, typical for low city inhabitants. The animated tattoo on the inside of his wrist showed a black chest piece. The hair coming out of his helmet was charred. I didn't want to look underneath it. If he had been fully devitalized, then he shouldn't have felt anything. I hoped. As I was walking away, I noticed myself automatically hold my breath. Dude got smoked. Time to head back to the apartment. I was at home, in my castle. A sudden feeling of relief took over me, only to give way to a feeling of deep, bitter loss. My relationship with Ken was heating up. Life's unpredictable. It's governed by chance. We go through many different doors without ever knowing what's on the other side. I couldn't leave it that way. I had a psycho scan. I just needed to generate a V-ghost and question it. Done. It was good to have cash set aside for situations like this. I used Bliss to display the Psycho Can's emanation. I had the program of the Psycho Scan. It was time to generate the V-Ghost. Bliss's control panel. She was the apartment AI and my non-corporeal companion.
We were supposed to meet in Low City. Why am I in your apartment?
I looked at the translucent face hovering in the air. It was the face he himself remembered or imagined. Better looking than in reality. The system used to perform the scan must have been basic. The face had a few details and looked like it was carved with a very thick chisel. Well, fine. Game Hoarder. Ken, good to see you again. We returned to your place. Good, it's safe here. I can't remember how I got here. Never mind, I think the Hunt clan saw through me. If I'm here, they'll probably keep an eye on you, too. I didn't hear you sensing, so you left a message? Can you remember what you did after that? Of course, why wouldn't I remember? You didn't accept the call. I entered Yeti's coming on my own, and from there, I entered the game. Why'd you go to that bar? There were trolls that raided my game go online. And it turns out a lot of Han clan members were there, too. I thought couches might have session records, and they did. All clues led to Knight's Code. I lay on the couch in that bar, retrieved the location of the clan's recruiter, and went straight into their stronghold. You entered the game from the bar? What happened next? I chose the handle Arrow of Darkness, searched the location, sniffed around, and found out they sometimes go inside that tree. The one that ruined my game. They go inside it. They say it's the sacred tree of knowing. I waited, left my shit in the chest, and entered that tree of theirs. Commercial scan, software basic version, memory record recursion, level 1, data depth limit reached. I had a pitifully basic version of the Psycho Scan. That would probably make things harder for me. You sensed me yesterday. You wanted to meet me at Yeti's coming. Why? Yesterday? I feel like it was a couple hours ago. Time flies when you're investigating. I wanted to examine the haunted clan's stronghold and thought I might need some protection. I trust you, Chief. I was afraid they'd see through me, but apparently I'm smarter than them. Next time we'll go there together and find out everything. Why the haunted clan stronghold? What's so important in there? You know my career was ruined by a tree in the glitch, right? So it usually pops up in the haunted clan stronghold. Coincidence? It's a damn cryptic clan. Rumor is their leader can foresee the future. I'd say it's easy to foresee something you cause yourself. The son of a gun changes the course of history. He ruins people's lives to get rich. They call him Lord Enlightener the Prophet. That jerk ruined my career, so I'm going to find out how he did it, get evidence, and reveal everything. You said the clan leader changed the course of history? Can you tell me what you mean exactly? They made a fortune betting on my game. I heard there are also some unexplained things in Relium that the clan leader could foresee. I guess they hacked Obi coins and glasses to create illusions and earn money. They say something bad will happen and then make it happen. Ken, you're a V-ghost, a psycho scan of the real Ken Zhao. Ken is dead. He was killed in Low City. That's impossible, but is that why I'm here as a hologram? You called for help. Why did you think something could happen to you? I asked anonymous questions online about the Han clan and started getting invitations to their recruitment process. When I was at your place, someone reset Ralph, my major domo, probably to cover up traces of a break-in. It might have all been coincidence, but I think they noticed me. I didn't want to wait. That would give them more time to prepare. You said the tree ruined your career? What did the trolls have to do with that? Haven't I said it before? I saw them and the tree. I was paralyzed during the action. No one else was affected by the glitch, only me. Now I think the trolls showed up a fraction of a second later, like vultures on a crime scene. It's the one who controls the tree that matters. It's probably not the trolls. Alright, well now we know we need to enter the Knight's Code game. And we will do that in the next video. Welcome back to Gamedec. Lots of reading. Holy shit, I forgot how much dialogue was in this game. Let's get her done.